So coming out of film school, how did you start gigging? What was the process? I mean, did you get internships or
Oh
start?
yeah, the very first job was non-paid director's assistant for a small, tiny budget Wesley Snipes action movie.
Nice.
So I was just on cloud nine. I was
Yeah,
just,
yeah.
I
Did
got
you
a
get to meet Wesley?
yeah,
Nice.
I got to, I guess work with him when it's really I got to stand near him.
It's good enough.
I'll take it. And it became a thing where someone at the production reached out to the film school saying, "Hey, we need someone who will work for free."
Yeah, of course.
And
Of
one of my
course.
teachers called me. It was like, "Hey, do you want to work for free?" I was like, "Yes, I do." And so I went and I interviewed for it, and very short interview of, "Are you okay to get coffee? Yeah. Are you okay to work for free? Yes." It's very clear. And then that was it. And then I was thrown into the deep end of working with this director who was doing this Wesley Snipes film, and in it every day, and seeing firsthand now, while getting him coffee and all the assistant type duties, seeing how a whole team of people put together an action sequence, seeing how a whole team of people, of artists, collaborate to not only make this as entertaining as possible, but to also make it as efficient as
Yeah.
possible. So that was my first real up close and front glimpse into the incredible collaborative process, and seeing firsthand when it does work and when it doesn't work. It doesn't work if there's resistance. It doesn't work if there's people fighting each other over pride, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah.
And having that glimpse, like, really, again, hit me with that feeling of, this is where I got to be.
That's so you mentioned that one of your teachers earlier, high school drama teacher. Were there any other figures, mentors that you ended up coming into contact with that helped you, along this journey? Anyone that stands
Oh,
out?
plenty. No, this whole journey has been only possible because of mentors and extremely instrumental people. One of them, my drama teacher who I mentioned, Steve, he was enormously instrumental in getting me just to even write and put on and share those stories. A film school teacher of mine, Richard Martin, director, he was incredibly instrumental and supportive of me just pursuing it. He brought me on as his assistant on a film that he did shortly after. And then as I was just casually writing screenplays at my apartment, I would show him drafts and I would just say, "Can I get your thoughts?" And he was so generous and kind with his time. I was like 19 and we would go out for martinis and talk about the script. And he would give me such great feedback of, okay, like, if I was directing this, instead of having these two people talk here for 3 pages, I would maybe have them moving. I would maybe have them this, like, and it didn't feel like a teacher-student dynamic.
Yeah.
It felt much more like just someone sharing their wisdom selflessly.
Yeah.
And that always, in all the mentors I've ever had, like, that's the kind of response that's always stuck deeply with me, and is also feeds as a bit of encouragement of, you're on the right track. Keep going.
Yeah. Oh man, I love that. I have do you ever feel you've been doing this for over
About 18 years.
18 years, so about to hit you still find the extreme joy in the art? Does the business ever dilute that or get you in a negative, or does it still excite you?
Oh, no. Well, yeah. I mean, the business is definitely going to impact and can easily turn things feeling negative.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Especially, like, just this time right now in the industry is very difficult. There's a huge retraction in the business. There's maybe 1/3 of the TV shows that are being made as compared to 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So because of that, there's a major contraction. There's less opportunity. There's less work. And as a human being, as a husband, as a father, there's those stresses. There's the reality. You just can't avoid that. And you have those stresses whether you're an adult father, husband, or you are a 20-year-old in your apartment just trying to break in. Those stresses feel the same. The key that I have found, and it's a daily challenge, it's a daily conscious effort to hook into, why do you still love this? Why do you still want to do this? And constantly asking myself, do you still want to do this? Do you still love this? And truth be told, I sit down and whether it's going into these creative worlds that I'm making up in my head, or more importantly, getting back to that place on set where you are making something with people. That is always the most rewarding part of the job for me. Is on any show I've ever done, the most rewarding part is always being on set with everybody, the crew, the cast, and trying to just collaborate and get to a place where it's like, this feels good. Like, let's just do this.